It's quite interesting to have the intense collaborations that we've had on this project. Sometimes those collaborations intensify early in the process, like working with Darren and the music. But later, when we get into the theater, is when all of the cross-cutting goes on. That is to say, when the lighting and the video and the music and the dancing, when it all has to come together, that's when it gets sharper. And by sharper, I don't mean quite like knives, but I do mean that it gets sharp. And that we have arguments about what actually is going to be seen. So it was very interesting with Marie Curie because we were working on that section. All the dancers are on the stools. It's quite, it's quite focused. And our lighting designer, Michael Mazzola, had up this color green. And I wasn't sure about the color. And I said, Michael, why that color? And he, I think, was surprised that I asked, because to him it was just so obvious that that color green meant radium. And he was talking about, the old watches where you'd see green on the watch dials and things like that. It had never occurred to me. But once he said it, I thought it was really interesting. I still didn't like the color. And I started talking instead then with our videographer, Logan, and was saying, well, this idea of green is interesting. I mean, I wonder if we should play with that. Now, meanwhile, she and I had been trying to solve this picture of Marie Curie where you see her in the laboratory, and I had said we should put something in the beakers. I didn't know what, like photographs of her. I mean, something odd that you could Photoshop in a way that made us think about two things at once. And that's when Logan said, oh, let's make them green. And that's how it happened. And that's one thing I love, is that my discomfort with the first idea about green leads to something so much better about green. And so it's just really important to be able to raise all those things together.